now holding a meeting of the Switzerland County FFA chapter. Mr. Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. Set.
Station by the north.
Your duty there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to keep the doors open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meter and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable. To assist the President to maintain order.
The reporter.
Stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the Emerald of Washington.
Your duty there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington County's farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build our financial standings through savings and investment. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the year of born.
Your duty there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries where born is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to guide you from time to time as the leader writes it. I hope that my advice is based on my true knowledge and guided with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over the meetings in the absence of our president is placed beneath the rising sun.
Why is the President so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture, with which I follow the leadership of our president. We shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce that there are 12 members present at the time.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
Practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Switzerland County FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matter which may properly be presented. The Secretary will read the minutes from the previous meeting.
The meeting minutes from October 25th, 2016. The meeting was called to order at 6 p.m. by President Mary Street. The minutes of the October meeting were read and approved. Emma Dornbush gives treasury report, an ending balance of $2,534.62. There were no special features and there was no unfinished business. Haley Gerster gave the FFA League Committee report. The committee is looking at hosting an FFA movie night at the high school campus. Under new business, Dina Rails moved to host a pancake breakfast on December 5th as a fundraiser for the chapter. After much discussion, Nathan Scranton moved to amend the motion by striking the December 5th and inserting December 8th. The amendment passed. Following more discussion, the motion to host a pancake breakfast on December 8th was passed. Lenny Swanson moved the chapter hosting FFA movie night for February 26th as a part of the FFA meeting celebrations. Following considerable discussion, the motion passed. Closing ceremonies were conducted and the meeting was adjourned at 6:30. Separately submitted was the Furnace Secretary and Mary Street President.
Thank you. Are there any additions or corrections to the Secretary's minutes? Seeing none, they stand approved as read. Are there any officer reports?
Madam President,
Madam Treasurer.
the Switzerland County FFA Treasury Report of November 14, 2016. The previous balance of October 25, 2016 is $2,534.62. The receipts. There was a sale of strawberries for $1,872. The total receipts reads as $1,872. The expenses. There was a strawberry purchase of $872. Total expenses read as $872. The new balance as of November 14, 2016 is $3,534.62. Respectfully submitted in the Village Treasurer, Mary Street President.
Thank you. The Treasurer's report is for your information only and is subject to audit at a later date. Are there any other officer reports? Special features? Unfinished business? Committee reports? Delaney.
Switzerland County FFA
Are there any questions for the committee? Are there any other committee reports? Is there any new business? Haley.
I move that our chapter sponsor an ATV safety program and sponsor a safety program on the livestock handling.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded that our chapter sponsor an AT safety program and sponsor a safety program on livestock handling. This motion is amendable, debatable, and requires majority vote. Is there any discussion? Haley.
I think that this is a great idea because people in our community need to know the safety of riding ATVs as well as handling large livestock. That is why I encourage you to vote for this motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President,
Thank you.
I move that we divide the question up so that we would have two motions. One that read, I move that our chapter sponsor an ATV safety program, and a second that move that says, I move that our chapter sponsor a safety program on livestock handling.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we divide the question at hand so that if passed, the motion would read, I move that our chapter sponsor an ATV safety program, and a second motion would state, I move that our chapter sponsor a safety program on livestock handling. This motion is not amendable, not debatable, and requires majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. We're now on to our first motion and state, I move that our chapter sponsor the ATV safety program. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Thank you.
I believe this would be a great idea because in the rural area that we live, we have many people who ride ATVs and get injured every year. This would be a great way to get back in the community and to ensure the safety of our people. This is why I encourage you to vote for this motion.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President.
Brandon.
I think that this is a good idea that we hold a chapter ATV safety program because many people in our community have been hurt or lost loved ones that was due to the wreck or incident of an ATV. So I think that it'd be a good idea that we provide a safety program for our community. And that's why I encourage you to look for this.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President.
Al.
I think that there's a project on this meeting as well all
Second.
Can you please restate your motion?
I said I use the mentors for the project with ATV and all
It has been properly moved and seconded that we amend this motion by striking out the words ATV and inserting the words all off-road vehicles. This motion is amendable, debatable, and requires majority vote. Is there any discussion?
Madam President.
Al.
I think this would be a better idea because of the fact that in our country, in our town, some people just say God and that they need to submit what you want to do all of the youth.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President.
Haley.
I think that this is a horrible idea because as a child of a very strict parent, they let me know right then and there what I should do to be safe. And if it is going to put me in harm's way, then they will let me know. I think that all parents should take this upon themselves to do it, and we do not have to tell them, their children how and what to do to be safe. That is why I encourage you to vote against this motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President.
Kayla.
I believe it's a good idea because in our rural community that people growing up on how to be this is a great idea because a lot of people get
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Delaney.
I agree with Alex said, any off-road vehicle is very dangerous, and why I encourage you to look at it because ATVs and off-road vehicles are very useful items, but they need safety programs, so everybody knows the safety.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Lane.
I'm sure you feel responsible because we need to keep our children around the county and safety or track of the ball.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we shall now proceed to vote on the motion to amend our main motion by striking out the words ATV and inserting the words all off-road vehicles. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
Motion passes. We are now back to our main motion, which now reads, I move that our chapter sponsor an ATV or an all off-road vehicle safety program. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Gina.
I move that we have a 5-minute recess.
It It has been properly moved and seconded that we take a 5-minute recess. This motion is amendable but not debatable and requires a majority vote. Are there any amendments? Seeing none, we shall now proceed to vote on the motion to take a 5-minute recess. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
Motion fails. We are now back to our main motion that reads, I move that our chapter sponsor an all-off-road vehicle safety program. Is there any further discussion?
Madam Chairman,
Mr. Judge?
I move to postpone this motion until our March meeting.
I have someone.
Yes, ma'am.
The limit to postpone the meeting is 3 months, and that is longer than 3 months.
Thank you. Mr. Judge, would you like to restate your motion?
Yes, I move to postpone this motion until our next monthly meeting.
It has been properly moved and seconded that we postpone this motion until our next monthly meeting. This motion is amendable and debatable and requires a majority vote. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Haley?
I think that this is a horrible idea because I believe that we can settle this right here, right now, while we have everybody in our presence. Some people may have things going on in their lives and they may not be able to make it to our next monthly meeting. That is why I encourage you to vote against this motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President,
Haley?
I think it's a horrible idea because we have all kinds of people right now to decide on what to do.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President.
Delaney?
I think this is very good because we need time to come up with a solution. You know,
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we shall now proceed to vote on the motion that states that we postpone this motion until our next monthly meeting. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say no.
No.
Motion fails. We are now back to our motion that states, I move to amend our main motion so that if, by striking out, we are now back to our first main motion that states, I move that our chapter sponsor an all off-road safety program. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President,
Emma?
coming from a family who doesn't really have off-road vehicles, I believe that it's a bad idea, or a good idea to do this, because I know nothing about these, and I would love to learn about the safety of these. So if I were to ever get something like this, I want to know how to operate these vehicles, and that's why I think we should vote for this.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we shall now proceed to vote on our motion that states, I move that our chapter sponsor an all off-road vehicle safety program. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
Motion passes. We are now on to our second main motion that states, I move that our chapter sponsor a safety program on livestock handling. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Melissa?
hosting a livestock safety management program is a great idea because I believe that there's a lot of youth in our community showing 4-H and everything about showing and the safety behind it. There are many issues that could arise with showing. Our children need to know that to prevent any injuries. And I encourage you to vote in favor of this one.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President.
Lane?
I encourage you to vote for this motion because somebody like myself knows nothing about livestock or handling them, and I would like to, inquire about livestock handling, so I can maybe be employed.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President.
Nathan?
It is my sad news to report that my father and I have been in multiple cases where people have been trampled and killed by livestock such as cows, horses, and bovine. I encourage you to go and vote for this motion so that we can go and stop these types of things occurring.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President,
Emma?
I am all for this motion. Coming from a person who has done round robin and has handled the heifers and has been ran into the gates during round robin, I would love for other people to know how to actually handle these. And that's why I'm all for this.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Al?
I think this is a good idea because, very interested in ensuring livestock and we might know about the way to do it in the state. I find it very important
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? we shall now proceed to vote on our second motion that states, I move that our chapter sponsor a safety program on livestock handling. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. Is there any further new business?
Madam President,
Emma?
I move to reconsider the previous motion, which reads, I move sponsor safety program on livestock handling.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we reconsider our previous motion that states, I move that our chapter sponsor a safety program on livestock handling. This motion is not amendable, not debatable, and requires majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
Motion fails. Is there any further new business?
Madam Chairman,
Nothing, Mr. Judge.
at our August meeting, we voted to participate in our county Ag Day celebration next spring. I move that we rescind that motion.
Mr. Judge, has any action been taken?
No.
Was notice given?
No.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we rescind our motion from our March chapter that we attend an FFA program in the spring. This motion is not amendable, not debatable, and requires 2/3 vote, and requires majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed?
No.
Motion fails. Is there any further new business? Madam Secretary, if you have a record of any further business, we should now be transacted.
Do not, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this meeting of the Switzerland County FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I now declare this meeting adjourned.